Alright, welcome to today's video. Today we're talking about Thorn, the High Elf, from my story, Saint Saga, the Black Beast. You'll have to forgive me. I have been fighting a bit of a cold and getting used to new glasses, and I'm really starting to hate them in the camera now. But anyways, we're gonna start with Thorn's prototype design. We're gonna utilize my new handy little clicker here to point out stuff. Uh, so the so Thorn was directly designed off of my friend's video game character by the same name. By the same name. She gave me permission to use it. Hopefully, she remembers that. I think I've had to remind her about 3 times, but we'll start off with the initial design. The initial design I came up with, going off of the original game character and how that's kind of evolved as we went. So first thing you notice is she has these big elf ears. I can't quite remember what I was using for which elf I was using for a reference, but I was always, to my understanding, high elves have really long ears, so I went with that design. Um, and I kind of give her this long, I think you call it a cattail braid or just regular French braid, and she has this woven crown. And once again, the initial design was supposed to be kind of a manga style, so that's why it's immune kind of low colors here. The first big design here is this weird triple layered pauldron, leaf like pauldron. I can't quite remember what the inspiration for that was. I just kind of like it. I wanted it to be a very leafy design, kind of a limited armor design too. Uh, Sorry, I'm trying to hold back a cough here. Um, and beyond that, I kind of wanted this woven leotard design. I have a preference for leotards. That's the out of story reason. There is an in story reason that gets revealed later, but we'll get to that later. Uh, from there, we got these basic arm guards, some gloves. This waist cloth does have another story reason too, but that's can be saved for later. And then we kind of have these woven leggings and the boots. These were definitely a better pair of boots I designed. Actually, I'm surprised I did so well with them. I feel like I've kind of regressed on my boot design. She has a giant axe because my friend played a warding class in Runes of Magic. In that class, you could wield a two-handed weapon. You could have a subclass so you could wield a bow at the same time, and then you could also summon Ents to fight with you. A lot of Thorn's abilities are based uh, off of that class. Okay, so that was the initial design here. Sorry to brief through this, but I'm just trying to get through this without coughing too much. So the next image is a lot more refined. Thorn has one of the lower end design periods because I believe design 2 here, phase 2, that was used for the final design that shows up in the book. And after that, I really haven't. I've redrawn her a few times, but nothing really substantial that I would consider a new phase of the character. So here we get more of her colors. I gave her a very earthly tone. This was originally darker, This was originally more of a darker brown, but I kind of changed it to an olive green design. And the leotard gets touched up. It still kind of has like these bark like wrappings around it to kind of give it a little more of a texture. But she has this golden crown, kind of a woven thorn like golden crown, or bronze crown maybe. Her hair is a lighter green, and I liked how this braid turned out. I end up just reusing this braid a lot. The triple, I don't know if you call it, this leaf like pauldron design stays around, but then she gets this kind of an archer's sleeve, and here I included her bow. I believe this is almost directly taken from High Elf Archer's bow because I I definitely want to recreate a more unique bow for her at some point here, but this was just a good stand-in at the time. Um, her axe kind of stayed the same. Her axe is supposed to be about as tall as she is, and she's supposed to be very tall, like Lord of the Rings style, like Lord of the Rings elf tall, so like 6.5 feet. Uh, the waistcloth just gets reused again, but this waistcloth does kind of fit her style. I kind of have it in this kind of low position. It's probably awkward. It's probably actually awkward to wear it that way, but that's the way it turns out most of the time. And then, oh yeah, she has like double. She has like double quiver. She has a quiver on her hip and a quiver over her shoulder. I'm not quite. I don't quite remember why I decided that was the way to go, but I think it works. It'd be nice to. You always need an extra magazine. Then really her design doesn't change too much. It gets a little bit. It just gets a little bit more refined here. She has these kind of weird. I don't know if you call them two-piece leggings, but well, yeah, she has like these. Yeah, so she has up her kind of her thigh guards. I guess that's the thing, and then her shin guards, and then her boots stay relatively the same. Yeah, and then the axe. I think I just made it a little more refined here, but oh yeah, her axe. I was originally I was originally having it designed to have like these razor sharp edge, like not safety, like box cutter blades. I don't know how practical they'd be. They'd probably be pretty fragile, but the idea is they cut you, and then the more hammerish part breaks through you. That was the idea at the time. It's probably not a real. It was my attempt at a fantasy design, but I'm not sure I keep that in the end. But that's phase two. Let's see. And this is the final phase done by. Let's see. Yeah, these were done by the Deku Studio guys. This appears in volume 1, either chapter 5 or 6. It has a better background. It has a really cool background, actually. But really, they just took the phase 2 design. They touched it up a lot. I always thought the way the skirt turned out, the waistcloth skirt kind of fans out here, was a little awkward, but it was supposed to be during a dramatic movement. I really like how the braid turns out here, the way her face looks, and I just really love how it turned out. I probably should have put the full image here, but you can see the full picture in the volume. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention she had these piercings. Weirdly enough, when I did elves in my world, a lot of them had like weird ears, but like a lot like mermaids are considered elves in my story. But there's also fire elves, and they kind of have like these crystals that grow along the top. The nymph, which is what Thorn is, the forest elves, they don't have the crystals on their ears. Can't remember if I addressed it in the story yet or not. I don't think so, but yeah. But I just like how the design turned out, and I like how great of a job the Deku guys did. So there's that. And then, all right, yeah. So this next one is I was kind of doing a brawler. I was trying to figure out how to apply these kind of arm and leg sleeve things. Overall, this design, I took this design from I borrowed this one when I did my bikini armor segment. I just changed Thorn's arm positions and kind of. This was supposed to be from a scene from the story. Overall, it's just this is her full leotard in story. It's called Latori, and these arm sleeves are just supposed to give her more up close fighting ability. It's just an item I was introducing, and this was just kind of make a good concept for it. It does make her look like a MMA fighter though, but I think the only big change I made is I kind of changed her hair up just a little bit, but not much really. And this is a scene from the story, or mock-up of the scene where she punches the wall with these power gloves, and those are the results of it. And then we got one more. Yeah. These, yeah, I don't think I've released these on any social media site yet. So this one is a straight. This is just a mock-up of when I was doing the bikini armor phase. I added kind of like the skin tight bodysuit. I was trying to make another. I was trying to make an alternate set of armor for Thorn. Um, Unfortunately, it doesn't really turn out like I really want to here. This is really just the bikini armor I made, just covering up the flesh, so it looks like she's actually wearing clothes. I try to be, because this is based off of my friend's avatar. I try to be a little more respectful to the stuff I do with Thorn. But I guess the big major change is I redesigned her battle axe a little bit here to make it a little bit more of an axe. Then I kind of gave her these chaps. Oh, no, that's from the bikini armor stuff. Yeah. And then her boots don't really get an upgrade. I started getting, I don't know if it's just because I haven't practiced in a while, but my boots have gotten kind of, you know. The other amazing things, I just took these wings from Jeanette. I got to redo some wings. When Thorn has wings, it's supposed to be her Ent dog wrapped around her as an eagle. So her wings are supposed to be like wooden vines and leaves. But this was just kind of a more proof of concept than anything else. But other than that, I enjoy Thorn. I enjoy Thorn. I enjoy Thorn. I think I draw her probably fourth most after. I believe it goes Hazel. I think Hazel, Jeanette or Lynn. Then I believe Thorn is after that, and then after that, most other characters are lucky to have one or two. But sorry, there's going to be a lot of awkward pauses because I'm covering my coughs. But yeah, that's Thorn's video. It's not. I'm surprised how fast her development history came to history. Her development was pretty swift actually, because you have phase one. Sorry, you have phase one, and phase two. I feel like I just nailed it on phase two, because after that the design doesn't really change. You have the official version here, and then you have, I haven't really made it like a new real upgrade version. This version here could be considered phase three, but really Thorn has been kind of figured out since phase two, and I just really like that. Some characters don't need a long development history, but yeah, there's enough of that. But if you want to check out Thorn and all my other characters, you can check out Saint Saga the Black Beast on Amazon. The Kindle price has gone up. It's now $3.99. I gotta change this, but it's still free to read on Kindle Unlimited, and the paperback is available for $12.50. So come up. So I encourage you to come take a look and follow Hazel, Sixes, Thorn, Jeanette, and Daniel on their adventure. And I hope you have a good time. And I'd appreciate some reviews on it, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it. I'm pretty thick-skinned, so you can tell me if you don't like it. That's fine. But I think you will. I really think you will. If you like Goblin Slayer, Overlord with a little bit of Western gunplay mixed in, I think you're gonna like this story. But that's all for now. I'll see you later.